Welcome back to Superfan.
Your Buckeye football feed.
We've got a lot of stuff going on for this week's game at the Ohio Stadium.
That's right, Ohio State versus Tulsa, also known as the Hurricanes, will kick off at 3:30 p.m.
Coming up next, Outlook predictions, the pregame show, halftime, game highlights, post-conference, and most importantly,
the crowning of the Buckeye Halo. Who's hungry?
Let me see that donkey roll.
I'm watching BuckeyeTV with my father, Mr. Miller.
Oh yeah.
Hi guys, welcome to Outlook Predictions. I am here with Sean Smith, our Superfan expert. Pleased to say that our executive producers asked him to come back to the show due to popular demand, and he is now the Buckeye Whisperer. So hopefully you can live up to that title.
I'll do my best.
Okay, great. So I have a couple questions for you. Last week, Ohio State did really, really well. We had this blowout game. They probably did a lot better than anyone could have expected. Is this due to, our opponent being Bowling Green, or do you think that we really have this raw talent?
No, I think it's maybe a little bit of both. Bowling Green, they're not the greatest team. They're not going to beat anyone that great this year, honestly. But I think they came out looking really good. Ohio State, I was really impressed with the play calling, the overall game plan. They spread the ball around a lot. They got all of their playmakers involved. JT Barrett threw an early interception, and then after that, he set a school record for, touchdowns responsible for in a game, tied the record. And overall, they, anytime you set the school record for offensive yards in a game, it's a pretty good game. You got a pretty good team, in my opinion. There's a lot of playmakers. They, defensively, they look pretty good.
Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, on offense, Curtis Samuel, he had a huge game. He had, 21 touches, 250 some all-purpose yards, something like that. But, in my opinion, he's their top playmaker. He needs to get the ball as much as possible. Defensively, they had a few mistakes. Bowling Green helped him out with some drop passes. Right. But really, they look good against the run. Pretty good against the pass. I think they can definitely do a little bit better there, work on a few things. But their pass rush is, in my opinion, only going to get better. They got a lot of good defensive ends and defensive tackles. Really, it kind of hurt. Tracy Sprinkle got hurt. He's out for the season. That's gonna hurt.
I saw him in the locker room.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt a little bit. I think he was gonna really have a good year. They got a few guys, young guys, Draymond Jones, Devon Hamilton, that are bracketed as the starters this week, and I think they can do the job. They got a lot of talent, a lot of potential. They're just young and inexperienced.
Right.
So,
that's my next question. It's how do you think that they are going to play against Tulsa? Do you think that it's going to be a little bit more competitive, or?
Maybe a little bit. Tulsa's a little bit better team. They played pretty well last week against San Jose State. I think they won 45-10, something like that. So they're gonna present a little bit more of a challenge. Not really much, but it's going to be a little bit tougher game. And especially because of the weather. I think the weather could definitely play a factor.
It's supposed to rain 90% chance, so bring your umbrellas.
If it does rain, it's going to be. They're not going to be able to throw the ball as much, or they're probably going to keep it more to the ground game. They're going to get Mike Weber's going to get a lot of touches. And they'll mix in Curtis Samuel, Dontre Wilson, those guys. Even Damari McCall, maybe he had a good game last week. And I think the offensive line is doing a good job. They're going to open up some holes. I think the sticking to the run, they'll be fine. And if that's the case, I don't think Tulsa will have much success against our run defense. Honestly, I think we'll pretty much shut them down. So.
Okay, leads me to my next question. What's your prediction score? Your score predictions for this week's game?
I'm gonna say maybe 49-10. I think Tulsa might score one touchdown and field goal, but overall, I think we'll pretty much have this game in hand.
Okay. Well, my score prediction is 50-28. So, I mean,
Okay. It's not a bad prediction.
Well, thank you so much, Sean, for coming on to the show. We really appreciate your opinion and your expert advice.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Back to you, Josh.
Donkey roll.